I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family. I might just spell my wheels. I keep it so for real.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Set, 180.
They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Run.
Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got?
Run.
Give me something. Here we go. Switch.
Mayfield down. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Alert.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah.
Point it right.
Slam.
Hey, exit.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. That's complete to John Ross. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
Let's go.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They run it with Ballage. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Regular.
They'll run here with Ballage. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now Ballage. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now Foreman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Go, blood! 20!
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run block. Again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Goff now looking to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, Haywood. Check.
From the gun, here's Goff. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. 180. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Demir Bird, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. King.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
First down. 42-yard line. Line 54. You got double up.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. It's complete to Fuller. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Will Fuller, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 18. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Balaj looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Gone. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
It's a gain of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Gone. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
First down, Cincinnati.
Goff now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is gone. He's going to go up top for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13 to 10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Check. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 11 now. Goff over the middle, and it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
57, Mike 57. Let's go, Tiger. Let's go, defense.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They come out here in the eye. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do, on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, kill.
After the interception, here's gone. That's complete to Slayton. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back to throw, Goff. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Goff. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be 2nd down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first. And they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On first down, gone. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hold on.
To throw is gone. Catch made by Slayton. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Come on now, let's go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Like 20. Here we go. Tight end Ringo.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Go. Like 20.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Chubb, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And an alley to run. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Hey, we're 33.
He's coming, double up.
Topper!
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Run.
And Mayfield just getting the play on. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing, Mayfield. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Mike's 59.
Mayfield to throw it. Open man here is Foster.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Pistol.
Mayfield. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Mayfield. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
First down, Bengals.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Value 3, value 3.
Play action. It's gone. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for the Bengals. 47 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run with Chubb. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Keep it up.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Got it open, man. It's Foster. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, away 33. Hey, dude.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
King.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, orbit.
From the 50, it's gone. And he'll find Hall. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Go. 59. You ain't going nowhere.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Yeah. Point it right, point it right, point it right. I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. He's got Fuller. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Got double tight. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Alert.
Mayfield on play action. And now here is another interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And again, it's Chubb. He chucks him aside.
Thumped him.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the... The 45.
Let's go. Get tight. Let's go. Let's go.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Bengals.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Like 20. 57.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
And they will take a knee here.
On the field. Almost a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.